Hey guys, it's Christy from Unchained Strength, and today we're going to talk about something super important, which is bracing, okay? We need to learn how to brace before we squat or deadlift heavy weight, all right? Because a lot of times with this heavy barbell on our back, we don't want to get crunched. And we can actually lift a lot more weight if we brace properly. So I want to talk to you about it today. Bracing is not all about just strong abs. We can't crunch our ways to a good brace. It is about the front of the abs, but also the inside, the side, and the back. All right, it's not all about crunching in or sucking in. We'll get more to that later. First, we have to make sure we find neutral. All right, if I'm standing up like this and my ribs are nice and flared, I can get crushed really easily. This is not a really strong position. Neither is this like this. We need to find neutral. So what I want you to do right now is to kind of extend and go back and find neutral for yourself. All right, and then we have a good starting point to brace. Bracing, like I said, isn't all about the front, it's about the sides and the back, and it's not about crunching, it's about expanding your stomach and pushing out on all sides, and that is actually why we wear a belt, all right? So a belt will help you kind of cue and give you good feedback if you're pressing out okay. So I'll bring out the belt in a second, but first I want to show you what it looks like to take a bracing breath. We're just breathe out and then press out, and then pressing out on all sides, okay? I'm not trying to be skinny. I'm trying to be strong here, nice and sturdy, okay? We're sturdy girls here. So press out and brace and squeeze everything. And we're not crunching it again. We're not just, letting it out. We're pressing out like we're pressing out against the belt, which I'm gonna bring in over here so I can show you, because I want you to give yourself some feedback when you put on your belt. Now, we don't want your belt to be too tight. If it's too tight, like so, get really tight, it's really hard to expand so I can press out. So I'm not able to expand enough. So you want to make sure that you can at least fit a couple fingers in your belt right here. So what you're gonna do, breathe out, brace against it. You also can put your hands in your back and brace, and you should feel your back flex and tense, okay? That's how you know, and on the sides as well, that's how you know you're gonna get a nice 360 brace. So it's a hard concept to get unless you actually feel your abs working. So there's two primers I wanna teach you next, the McGill sit-up and the dead bug. And if you do them properly, you'll kind of understand how you can get all sides of your core engaged for the brace. Okay, so first I want to go over the dead bug. So we're gonna lay back here. And what the purpose of this, of me showing you this, is I want you to show you guys how my back doesn't arch. I can keep it against the ground, neutral like I would when I brace, while my core is engaged. So we're gonna go into a tabletop position, extend up, and you're gonna go opposite leg, opposite arm. And notice that my back's not extending up like this. I'm keeping my back flat against the ground and my core engaged. And you can make a few different big breaths in this position, and then we're gonna switch. So this exercise is really good because we're moving our arms and legs as your core is engaged. Okay, so we're actually moving just like we would in a squat or a deadlift or any other activity, keeping that core engaged without arching. So if you're able to do that, if you're not able to do that, you can start with just legs or just arms, or even just holding this position and pressing your back against the pad, okay? Next, we're gonna go over McGill sit-ups, which I use a lot in priming for the main lifts. What you're gonna do here is put one leg down, one leg bent, and you put your hands underneath here. So you get some feedback, because we're gonna do a crunch, but we're actually not going to round into your back, okay? We wanna make sure that back stays flat, and the core strength we're using to sit up is all in our abs, or just all like squeezing and holding rather than crunching up. So we're taking a deep breath, squeeze in all sides. You'll feel your back pressing into your hands, but you won't feel your spine curling. So we're gonna sit up, and here we're gonna breathe and hold. Trying to keep this nice and stiff and sturdy. What you can do is you can even put something on your belly and make sure that it's not moving up and down like so. You keep it nice and stable. So what you'll do here is you want to do about 6 on each side. Breathing, squeezing, holding for 10 breaths, or about 10 seconds. So after 10 or so seconds, come back down, and then you'll repeat on the other leg. And I promise you, you're gonna feel super sturdy in your whole core, and ready, and you'll feel your brace a lot more. And getting that feedback and being able to practice that is gonna help you a lot more as you progress in your squats and your deadlifts. Welcome back to the beginner series. Today we are working on bench press. We're gonna go over